I need to sort out laundry as well. No dusty lips. Normally, I do these quite frequently. Oh, wait. Recalibrate. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas. What else have I missed? When is Hanukkah? Shout out to everybody. One love. I actually regularly do these. I be thinking too much, which tends to really be a bad thing. I should be thinking less. I record these and kind of just like talk. Sometimes I listen to them back and it's like my, personal podcast. And sometimes I don't. Like, they just get binned because it's like a good way to like let it all out. And I was like, you know what? That's kind of the vibe. Do you know what I mean? Firstly, the title of this video is very dramatic, but the title of this video is very accurate. 2022 was a horrible year, point blank period. And being 23 for me was the worst year of my life. Like, I'm dramatic, absolutely. That will never be disputed, but I mean it. I really do mean it. With all my heart, with all my soul, and with every fiber of my being, I genuinely think that there is just something in the air that when you declare that, ooh, I turned 23, trials, tribulations, enemies, and the universe just gathers against you and says, bet. Boom! So the way like life operates for me, I really like being born in January. Being born in the first week of January is great. If you don't know, I'm 24 now. Praise God, hallelujah. I am out of the hood because I genuinely believe that it's going to be better from here. Because if not, yeah, I get to like trial the new year for like 5-6 days. Then it's like new age. So it's like new year, new age. Let's get it popping. I remember vividly, I turned 21 and I was like, oh, we grown, we legal everywhere. It was a great year. It was also a COVID year. Then turned 22 and that was like post-COVID-y. Let's see what life is like. Life just didn't feel real, so like nothing felt real. Wow, how philosophical. And I was actually okay with that. 23 was now like, oh, you're grown. Is it Jordan year? No. Whose shit is 23? Shout out to Michael Jordan. But no. Worst year of my life, mentally, physically, emotionally, romantically, spiritually. Yeah, all in all, I just think that 2022 / being 23, yeah, those two worked hand in hand to kill me. I hated it. Oh, bye. So what happened last year? Let's go through it. A lot of things were happening to me that were great. Ooh, goals. I wasn't processing things that way because I had so much going on where it was just like, I don't see all the great stuff that's happening, if we put it that way. Where do I even start? I could never cry online. Oh my God, that's so shameless. I'm so sorry. Like, I know vulnerability, relatability could never be me. There's just something in me. I think it's the Nigerian. If I see someone crying on the internet, my first thought is just find shame. This was a conversation I did have with my therapist. I thought I found myself, or I started-ish finding myself between like 21 and 22 and a half, 22.5. I'm starting to see who ehis is. I'm starting to see what ehis likes. I'm starting to, lies. Looking back now, I lost myself at 22. I said like innocence. I saw the world through these like, ooh, tinted glasses. No, okay, let me be fucking serious. I saw the world through this lens of, oh my God, yay. Like, I'm just an excited little kid, do you know what I mean? If we add up, so I'm 24 now, if we calculate mean average of how much I've cried over the last 24 years, but subtract how much I cried in 2023, I am very sure in that year alone, I have cried more than in my entire life. That is not to be dramatic, but that is to be true. I was crying for absolutely no reason. Like, I could come... Let me explain. Story. I obviously have like a few health conditions. Not a few, damn, that makes it sound really bad. I'm just really badly anemic. So there was one day where health wasn't healthing. The body wasn't, doing what it needs to do. I don't think I really ate that much, so obviously self-inflicted too. And I don't think I took my tablet. Like, I ended up in A&E that day, so that wasn't great. And I think like I spent like a night there. I came the following morning. I was meant to do groceries the day before. I want to start crying. So I was meant to do... First of all, shout out to whoever's in the NHS. God bless the NHS, but my goodness. First of all, I think I waited like 9 hours. Eventually dragged myself back to my flat. I kid you not. there were no groceries and I was hungry. Stay with me. It was very much the realization that hit me that, oh shit, if I'm not buying my own groceries, if I'm not doing the cooking, if I come home and I'm hungry, it's to either deliver or Uber Eats. And anyone that's close to me knows I hate ordering food. If I'm not eating in a restaurant, I want to cook or be cooked for. I just think there is something in the process of food leaving the restaurant to food getting to your address where the quality just diminishes the closer it comes to you. Nando's in particular beat me. So I got home and I really did not want to order food. I opened the fridge, it was empty. Bearing in mind, they have just injected me and chewed my blood. I was so overwhelmed. I opened the fridge, I saw nothing in there, and I kid you not, I dropped, like, this sounds so dramatic, but you're my friends. I slid against the fridge to the floor and I started crying because it hit me. I am an adult. I am responsible for myself. Yeah, no. One thing I'll say, using the gym as a remedy for heartbreak, not great. I started like my fitness journey last Jan. How did this occur? So I saw like old videos of like myself running track, myself doing like cheerleading, some gymnastic stunts, and I was just like, oh my god, like my body was able to do like a lot of crazy things. And I was in my 2 flights of stairs huffing and puffing out of breath era. This was like December 2021. I was like, you know what, new year, I'm gonna go to the gym. It makes so much sense using the new year to try new things. There was a lot of that conversation this year that I saw. Y'all are bad vibes. Like, oh yeah, everyone's using the new year to go to the gym. When else are you gonna, like, yeah, I just think people are wicked, but that's nothing new, you know? So December was like my light introduction. I was like booking workout classes. When I was at my lowest, first of all, shout out to if you don't know what Barry's is, good. Don't know. The next 2 minutes of this video, ignore everything I'm about to say. Barry's is hell. Barry's is hell on earth. A feeling of capital punishment. That is Barry's boot camp. So those were workout classes I booked, which looking back now is like, wow. Sometimes we inflict the greatest pain onto ourselves. There was no need to be doing all that. I was booking classes at like 6 a.m. as in they would just open the door and I'm on that treadmill. When I was at my lowest, I kid you not, there was one day I booked a Barry's class in the morning. I think it was like the 7 one. Then I booked one in the evening at like 6 p.m. and then in the afternoon I went to the gym. So I worked out 3 times that day. Why? Because I didn't want to feel anything. In the gym, I don't think. Thoughts, gone. Girl. Well, then I've started implementing better habits. We laugh now because we've cried. That's powerful. I'm gonna make merch. I started working out as like a, you know what? I want to be healthy. I want to be sexy. No, you cannot. Like I think it was like November, December towards the end of the year. I was like, wait, this is what I'm doing. And like, you know when those realizations just hit you at like, you know, like a random 2, 3 a.m. and you're in bed and you're like, oh, maybe I'm not doing okay. And that's, you know, that's fine. Now I'm just like, you know, creating healthier habits. I'm also trying to like not just like take everything that happened last year to me and like view it through a negative lens. Whilst, yes, it was the worst year of my life, many great things happened. Things about the great things. They'll come to me. They'll come to me. Yeah, there was that. Then there was that. There was that too. Was that last year? Yes, it was. There was that. You know what? Actually, I took a quiz the other day about like, oh, what's your mental age? How old are you like in your soul? They said 52. I have never been so insulted in my life. I've always been called an old soul. Damn. Not me being age mates with my parents. That's... Sorry, Jennifer Felicia, if you're watching this. Love you. There's this like expectation to like have it all figured out like between like 21 and 25, 26-ish. I'm getting more comfortable with the fact that like I actually don't. Like a lot of my friends are older than me, like 29, 30 plus. Oh yeah, you know, your 20s, you think you have it all figured out. Real life figure into your 30s. Shut up, you pensioners. They do have a very valid point. I did see a TikTok that said you can have so much more grace with yourself if you start thinking of 18 being like a birth, and then every year after that, like, you count your age. So like technically I'm 24 now, so I would be a 6-year-old adult. For me, y'all know it might not work for you, but it'll work for me. So look at myself as like, oh, I am only a 6-year-old adult. It's so comforting to me, because now I'm just like, it do what it do, and it is what it is, and it be as it be. I feel like the main character in like I don't know, Netflix original that's about to be like, guys, we're going on a journey to rediscover ehis. But on a serious note though, I think that's really what I want this year to be for me. Last year was not great. Now that I can like admit that, now I'm like much more comfortable to talk about it. We can move from there. Because like a lot of people have been like, oh, where's the content? And I've been like, I have been crying myself to sleep for months, and you think I'm picking up a camera? You're crazy. You must be so crazy. I feel like now I have to be serious. It's obviously not something like, you like that is so normal to just be like, oh yeah, I'm depressed. The craziest are the people that buck me in person. Oh god, this is why I don't go anywhere. This is a not New Year's resolution, because like the New Year started and I'm not setting all year's resolution anymore. That's how you get disappointed. Shout out to Jason. I'm setting resolutions for the quarter. However, one for the year, I want to get more comfortable with the idea of leaving the house. I think a lot of people are like, oh, you're always outside, because I have to be. Where do you actually see me where I don't have some responsibility of being? So like people are like, oh my god, you've gone to so many concerts this year. Work. I was singing. It was my job to be there. I was paid to do that. Y'all didn't see me at the concert after parties for a reason, because I don't get paid to be there. I was in a fresh cab home. This all like, oh, he's sure outside. I'm probably like getting paid to be there, because if I'm not, yeah. I have definitely identified it as like some sort of anxiety. My heart be beating, my palms be sweating. Talking about it, calm down, calm down. Ooh. But like I would get dressed and like I'm like, okay, cool. Boom, panic attack. I'm not going anywhere. Clothes are coming off, or I will sleep in those clothes and wake up and be like, oh, whoops, time to start sending like apology texts. But I want to get more comfortable with the idea of like, you know what, if someone invites me out, I don't immediately start panicking, and it can actually be like, you know, great. I think it's the amount of work I have to do like mentally to like psych myself up. But anyway, I'm putting myself first. In terms of content wise, what does that mean? Sometimes there's this like wall where it's like, oh, content creator, influencer, whatever title y'all be giving things these days. You know what, like, I just pick up the camera, leave me alone. All these labels. I'm so sorry. Ooh, sassy man pandemic indeed, because I have no clue where that came from. But I really just kind of want it to be a thing where I don't like roll my eyes at the idea of having to create content. That's kind of what it was like. I'd be like, I've not posted in a while. Upload. I kind of just want to like get to a position where like I'm creating from a place of like love for the craft, because I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm not good at what I do. Because I really, really am. And I was watching a few of like my old videos and I was like, damn, I miss him. I was just watching the videos and I was like, wow, he's hard. I want him back. Now I'm more so in a position where I'm like, content as therapy? No. Yeah, that's powerful. Match! But yeah, content as therapy. The goal is to enjoy it again, to fall in love with it again, to just take the pressures off it. I just feel like I'm in my hippie era. That's what I'm gonna call it. Like, without the psychedelics and the drugs. Anything I'm doing, I want to enjoy it. And if I'm not enjoying it, it doesn't serve me. Now, that's not to say that I don't have responsibility. Thank you for those that stick around. Love you all. Yeah, to growth. Cheers. No alcohol. Thank you so much if you stayed to the end to listen to me ramble. Yeah, those are the thoughts that happened in my mind. If you felt some comfort, I'm glad you did. And if you just, were just listening to me talk because you enjoy me talking, me too. Anyway, stay blessed and stress and vex. See you guys in the next video, and peace.